That's how you use your vertical space right there. Hey guys, it's your boy Alec coming back to you with another video. We're a little bit different for today's video. We're gonna be making a rack for my jet skis.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give up, I keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things and
you can't really tell, but we just got our first snowstorm last night. My shop is an absolute mess because I haven't really gotten everything put away and organized for winter time yet. So today I'm gonna start working on building a rack for the jet skis so that I can stack them on top of each other, as you've seen already in the introduction of this video. And realistically, the reason for that is my shop has 14-foot ceilings or 14-foot walls. The ceilings are 14 feet. And I do not have enough floor square footage for all of my stuff. So we're gonna start using some vertical square footage here. As you can see behind me on the forklift, just tucked in right here, I have the steel that I have picked up to build this rack. This is 1 inch by 1 inch by 1/8 inch or 0.125. I got 60 feet of it. I'll kind of show you my little plans over here. All right, guys, this is where I got my inspiration from. I've seen this done before, and you can see that the company Aqua Carts sells a dual or double-decker jet ski stand. It's $869, and I paid $133 for the 60-foot of material that I used. So there's a pretty big cost savings between building this yourself and buying one. So we're basically going to build a box. Now, the only thing that I'm tentative on is the 48-inch tall sides. But I did measure the jet skis today. At minimum, we're going to go 48-inch. I might go like 54 to go 4.5 feet instead. But basically, this is what we're looking at building here. Basically, a box. I'm going to put 2 bunks across the top, 2 bunks across the bottom, and that's how we're going to try to build this. Now, I've never built one of these before. This could totally go sideways and not work at all. So we might need to make some revisions to this plan. And if I do, I will show you that. But considering going 54 tall and keeping the 48 wide, or I might go 54 wide, and then 60 inches long, just to make it a little bit bigger. I guess it depends on what your jet ski size is and what your square footage is and what you're kind of trying to work with there. But 60 feet total, 1 inch by 1 inch by 0.125 or 1/8 inch. That's what we're going to be working today. So the first things first, I'm going to measure this stuff out and figure out where I need to make my cuts. And then we're going to go make all those at one time, bring it back inside and start burning it together with the old Miller Dial Arc 250. All right, guys, so we got our stuff cut up here, and I'm going to start tacking in the first section. I just got the stick welder out. Nothing fancy, just going to burn this thing together. All the other pieces are already cut out. They're on the back of the truck over there. So we're going to start laying this out. This is our length right here. That's our height. And then we will make 2 of these and put a bar between them, and that will be our width. So 60 inches, 54. We're going to go 54 wide as well, and I'll show you a little progress. All right, guys, here we are with a mocked up, well, not really mocked up. This is probably 80% finished or so. You can see we got the stand here. So this is the 54-inch wide part right here, and that's the 60-inch wide. I did end up going 54 just to have a little bit of room for maybe a wider jet ski or something in the future. And then you can see we got pretty much everything welded in except this top bar right here on both sides. And the reason that's not welded in yet is just because it's pretty permanent. So we were going to lift one of the skis with the car lift and put it up there, and then check and make sure that we have enough height with the lift and then that it can actually fit on here. Yeah, so we're going to get the wooden bunks made once we make sure that this bar is where it needs to be in its final resting location. If this needs to go up or down, we have the flexibility to take it up almost 6 inches. From here to here is 6 inches, so we could take it up 6 inches, or if we need to lower it down, then we can do that as well. So it's in a pretty good spot right now with having basically a big U made, and then we will get a jet ski over here another day and get it up in the air and make sure it fits with everything the way I have it drawn out. We'll throw some wood across it for bunks and see how this thing works out for us. All right, guys, here we are with the jet ski stand on its side. You can see I got the casters on the bottom. I was gonna bolt them in and I didn't have any bolts, so I just welded it to it. Is what it is. So we got the casters welded. The entire square structure is welded. Working on getting the bunks made up for it. So since this is 60 inches long, we went with 68 inches on the board so that there's 4 inches on each side overhanging. I got my marks up here. We're just about to drill some holes for that side of the board, and then we'll go down here and flip it and drill those holes, and then we can mount our boards. And you can see in the background, we already got one hovercraft up in the air, and that's how I'm gonna get mine up onto the top, is with my lift. Now, if you don't have a lift, you're gonna need to change up the way that this is designed a little bit so that you can have one of these top shelves, you could call it, articulate down, and then use like a trailer winch, like on the front of the jet ski trailers, and winch that up so that you can use that. So you're gonna have to make it articulate a little bit, but this is how it's gonna work for me. And I know not everyone has a car lift, but somehow, if you wanna build something like this, you gotta get it up there, or you gotta make your stand so that it can articulate and come down.
I think if you were to put a hitch on the front of it, so you put it up there and you like clamp it in place, and you just had a way to lift up the back.
You could even do like a floor jack, and then jack it up, and then use a longer board and jack it again.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that.
What do you mean?
I would just put it up at an angle, and then with the front hook it in somewhere.
Yeah.
And then just have a way to put the back.
Maybe like one of those winch or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then put a bolt through it so that it can't come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work. All right, guys, here we are with the stand. Got the jet ski up in the air, and got our bunks on it. I'm not going to carpet them just because I'm not really too worried about that. They're plastic on the bottom of these things, so it should be okay. But we had a little bit of wood that was, had those crooked Home Depot trees, so we had to straighten that out kind of by hand. That was a total pain in the butt. We have it done, and we're going to try and set a ski on it and see how it goes. Guys, we're going to try and drop this thing on, not drop it on it, we're going to try and set this thing on there, see how it goes. Well, all the weight's on it. There's a tiny little bit of flex in the bar, but
No, you're fine. You're gonna have flex in any material.
yeah, it's true. Unless we brace the crap out of it, but
Yeah.
then we wouldn't be able to get a jet ski below it. So
We could do the sides. If you really needed to, you could do the side bracing.
yeah.
Go sit
I'm
on
happy
it.
with it. I wish the bunks were, I probably could have gone like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch wider on the back, but shit, bro, I think that'll work.
I think that worked really well. We got ourselves a jet ski stand for a jet ski stand. Hey, don't make love to it now.
Well, if it's gonna fall, I want it to fall when there's not a ski below it. I don't know, bro.
She ain't falling.
I think that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, she ain't falling.
The base is solid. I mean,
So,
another one right here.
well, you could just do this. Oh, you can't. You could do a small one here, though.
What about diagonal?
You definitely could. I was thinking you don't need that much, though.
Won't move. Bro, it's gonna work perfect. That's how you use your vertical space right there.
Yeah,
I like it.
You'd be the one to talk about vertical space.
Beat up the edges, baby. All right, guys, here it is all finished up. We got the 2019 on the bottom and the 2024 on the top. Everything looks pretty good. Definitely going to add a small amount of bracing to it, mostly in a diagonal from the bottom left corner to the top right as we're looking at it, just because it does have a little bit of flex forward and backwards, and it's really not an issue integrity wise, but I would hate to like push on it too hard one time and then all of a sudden stuff's toppling over or whatever. So one diagonal, and then it's got a little bit of side to side as well. So if we put a small little guy in the corner right here, that would take care of that. So might end up adding a little bit of strength in the future, but it's not crucial, as you can see, because we got both of them sitting together. And honestly, if I back up here, it's pretty badass to look at it like how it is sitting that way. So if you got all in total from the floor to the top of the handlebars is about 8 feet. You could definitely make it a little bit shorter if you wanted to eat up some of this distance between the bar for the top ski and the handlebars for the bottom ski. Of course, this needs to be fit up for if you don't have 2 sparks, then you need to do something else. But about 8 feet tall, a little bit more if you add in some more space. My bunks are 20 inches apart. You can see right there, 19 and a half. I would go 20, go a full 20 apart, just so that you got a little bit more room with the heat exchanger and that kind of stuff. But overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's gonna fit perfect back in the corner of my shop and give me some more space for storage this winter.